Watching me on Pornhub, Siberia, Paris transit. I like Kazakhstan. I like Maria and Juan. Do you like my pretty pussy? Direct Instagram. Oh, my
My
friend,
friend.
come to Russia for weekend. Oh, my friend,
My friend.
narcotic, don't forget. Journey in Amazon race, LSD Sputnik to space. If you like romantic games, I'm sitting on your face.
Yo, it's our Tammy's Bread Basket here again for another show, the 30th of March, 2021.
What show are we on right now?
I think it might be 7,
That's it?
8. I don't know, around there. I'm
Feel like
D.
we've
This is
done a
my friend
season
George.
or
Hello,
something.
George.
Hi, James. How are you?
Good, doing fantastic.
Everybody that listens to this show, like the 10 people that listen that I know,
Hmm.
everybody wants to know the name of the song, and I can never tell them. They're like,
I don't know what the name is either.
they're like, isn't it your show? I'm like, yeah, but I don't load the song. I don't produce the show really. Like that's all D. And I'm like, just look up Russian song with AKs. Like that's like I don't know how to describe it.
I feel like that's a pretty broad, like there are probably a lot of songs like that. I don't even know what the song's called, bro, to be honest. I have a bookmarked tweet that I favored, and that's how I always open the show with. So like the minute this guy deletes this tweet, I'm fucked. Like I don't know how to do. Like I don't know where to find the song again. But
is the tweet in Russian? Like that?
no,
You can't
it's an
understand
American.
it,
It's an English guy. A cab. I just switched out of it. Yeah, he just posted. He pinned it, and he's no thoughts, just hard bass. That's the tweet. Like and it's the song. So
Direct Instagram.
at the end of this song, it shows like their Instagrams
right?
and shit. So
There's like
I'm-
100 people in that video. You don't know. I
Yeah.
don't even know who.
they're rocking.
Honestly, when you watch the video, you don't know who's part of the group, like who's an extra, who is a dancer. You don't know
It's fucking
who's
awesome. This is it's a good song. It's like legit good. So yeah, that's I don't
just
even
like
know
the way
the
the-
song.
just like the Rangers, just like the way the Rangers just played, baby, real good.
I'll give you like it's DJ BLYATMNA TMAN DLB.official. And there's one more. I'd love to see it if possible. You motherfuckers. Sorry, I cursed.
Yeah, let people know. Try to figure it out right now if you can, live on the show. Try to figure it out so that people stop asking me.
That's so
I
funny.
can-
DLB.official. That's got to be his Instagram or something. It's
Don't
in
get
Russian.
into like a Russian like.
It's in Russian. The Instagram. Hold on. 22,000 followers. That's the band, I guess. DLB. Okay, so it's the three of them. It's the girl. I know. You see who they are. Okay. They look like
They're official, right? I mean, the new one. This is the top hits right now.
I guess so, yeah. These guys look like fucking hipsters, bro. I'm gonna share the screen. See, hold on.
We can rotate. We can rotate their jams, bro. We can go through, week by week, depending on how we feel, the mood that we're in, depending on how the Rangers play. We can. Oh wow, here we go. All right, they look like they're having fun.
DLB official. DLB.official. Check them out. I'm gonna follow.
Yeah,
them.
that's their Instagram.
Yeah, that's their IG, and they tag it at the end.
Oh, they're
look like
wild.
they're cool. Yeah.
These are a bunch of wild kids.
This is the
That's
kid with
right
the
there. Hold on.
Kalashnikov and
That's
Mr. Mania.
wait. Stop right there. That's Artemi, Strom, and Kako. That's the line right there.
Yeah. This guy right here. You see me circling him?
Yeah.
The guy on the left with the hair, with the blonde hair. He always
He's the
reminds.
lunatic, right?
He reminds me of Bushnevich, especially like in the video. I don't know why. He just reminds me of like a goofball. Oh, I'm down. DLB.official. Check him out.
Yeah. Get on the fan page.
Girl's hot too. She's like Russian hot too. She's like,
James, real good game today, James.
tremendous performance by the team. I'd like to see a little bit more consistency, but I'm not going to nitpick. I'm not going to be a jerk off. The third period, I mean, it was fucking glorious. And if you don't notice, guys, there's a reason why it's called Artemi's bread basket. It's because without Artemi, this team would stink.
They didn't start off the game really good though.
No, not at all.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, sure.
They come out the gates not skating. It looked like
Zero shots on goal in the first 8 minutes. Awesome. Happy smiley face.
it looked like we could have been in for being on the receiving end of like one of those beatings that we gave to Philly last week. That's that's really what it looked like. We took that stupid penalty in the offensive zone. Who was that? Rooney. Take that stupid penalty. You know, their power play is insane. It's loaded.
Very good.
Oshie, Ovechkin, Kuz, you know, like they got, I mean, what's his name? What's his name? Carlson on the point.
Kuznetsov, Carlson, Verana, they're stacked, bro.
They're stacked. So
Backstrom,
I mean,
Wilson.
they move that puck around and they're getting like opportunity after opportunity. So they score on that. They score the second goal where they crash the net. And I don't know how, like, what are we doing? Like, we got to protect Igor. And Igor also flopping around a little bit.
Igor looked like he had this puck and he just like leaned back and fell back into the goal.
He does that from time to time. He's like, you know, we're so used to watching Hank for so many years, just being so like, his every movement is like measured, right?
Yeah.
He's so efficient with his movements and he's not flailing. Like every once in a while, like even when he makes a glove save, he's like, he like throws his body. Like I
think it's a little like a little bit of like floppy-ishness. You know what I mean?
Like it's like showmanship.
Yeah, I think it's a little dramatic. Yeah.
A little dramatic, maybe. Anyway, so he kind of like puts himself in a bad position, gets pushed into the net. We're down 2-0. And I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a long night.
Bro, I was so miserable. Like those quick 2 goals doesn't make you like you're excited for the game all day, right? You're amped up, you're ready to go, and then they score 2 fucking goals, and it's like 6 minutes, and not even. It was like 2.5 minutes to span of goals, and it's like, what the fuck? This is brutal.
So yeah, especially on a night like we're planning on podcasting, we're gonna do, you know, when we're gonna pump these episodes out. We're trying to do it like post game so that we can get a fresh take on the game that we just played. And I'm like, on those nights, you just don't want to see that. You're worried that you just want to turn that freaking game off and you're going to have to watch it just so we can do the show.
Oh, bro, brutal.
But anyway, but that lasted what, 10 minutes in the first? I would say about 10 minutes, right? We didn't get a shot.
The first 10 minutes were pretty bad. Yeah.
We didn't get a shot for the first like
8 minutes.
No.
8 and change.
And then though, that towards the end of the first, I think we got like 10 shots on goal. We started getting scoring chances.
The second half of the first period was like a totally different team.
Right.
Like, this is kind of what's been going on. Like, you know, you've seen it. You saw it early on too with the Rangers. Like early in the game, they're not playing great defense. They're super loose. They're like asleep at the wheel. They need to get like warmed up or whatever, but they struggle.
They're not skating. They're just not skating. Like they looked slow, you know, and we know they're not a slow team, but they just looked slow because they were just getting outplayed. Right. Whatever. But yeah, you said it before. It looked like a completely two different games. In one period, you saw the 2 different ends of the spectrum. You know, you saw the no shots in the first 10 minutes and getting pounced on, you know, 2 down 2-0. And then you saw the second half. I mean, Hedl scored in the first or the second. Did we go into it was the first?
Yeah.
It was the first. So like he makes that play.
Almost positive it's the first.
Was it the first? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Because I wrote 0 notes for the second.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hold on. I definitely wrote something. This is me miserable, the first page. I wrote one first page is me miserable. Yeah, first period he scored.
Yeah. So he took it. He made the defensive play, stripped the guy on the point, right? Who was it?
Orlov.
I was hoping was it who?
Orlov.
Oh, it was Orlov. I was hoping it was Dylan again. Just owning this guy. I want to get in somebody's head.
Yo, honestly, like Dylan, I like too. I like him as a player. He's fucking good. He's tough.
Yeah, I just wanted to see somebody else dominate him physically and take the puck away, you know?
Like Mika did.
Yeah. So he takes the puck. He takes the puck, he marches down, and he finishes. Hedl is really good. He's really good, Dimitri.
Okay,
you understand?
He's good.
He's very good. You might be able to get Eichel 1-for-1 right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
What does he got? He's got 10 goals. He's got 6 goals, 4 assists in like 20 games. So he's playing like whatever, half a point a game, but he's third line, no?
He's third line, bro. And you're not on the same line as like Mika or fucking Panarin specifically. Like,
right. So he's generating the offense on his line.
Like, could Hedl jump up to the second line and produce like Strome's producing? Probably, yeah.
Probably not. Maybe Strome's playing really well, so
but
I don't.
Strome also played well when Artemi was out too.
Right. True. Exactly. So I don't want to diminish what Strome's doing this year because what he's doing is, I think a lot of people thought maybe he would not regress, but like what you just said, like when Panarin was out, everybody thought he'd probably take a step back,
Yeah.
right? But he
He's
showed
doing
that
work,
he can still
bro.
produce. But yeah, he's doing work. He was on the third line, and he's driving the play on that line because he's playing with Lafreniere and
Gautier. And I
and
wrote
Gauthier.
that when I first saw the lines today. I wrote the first thing I wrote. I want to see something out of the third line. Heedle, Laugh, and Goat. Yeah, that's what I wrote. The first thing.
Another thing that we did, we came pretty close. I mean, like Panarin was like banging on the door.
That crossbar. Oof.
He whiffed on one, right? He whiffed on one, then he missed him, then he got stopped on another, and then he hit then a howitzer, dude. Took a howitzer and he hit the crossbar.
Crazy shot, sick shot. He's the best.
Period. I think it was like in the it was one of those power plays that were like that get shared between two periods that I hate. I like absolutely despise those. I know you think I'm crazy, but I don't like when power plays get
I mean,
shared.
I get it. I understand.
You kind of lose your momentum, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going down into the second period, down 2-1. I'm like, all right, we're playing better, you know, whatever. What's going on?
For sure, bro. Compared to what it looked like we're going to be down fucking 4-0 by the end of the first period.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I honestly didn't think we'd even come out of that period just down by 1. We go into the second period. I didn't take any notes on the second period because it was kind of like, I would say it was split. No, I would say it was split except for that power play. That power play kind of filtered it.
Would you like to hear my notes from the second period?
Show me here. Hit me with them because I got nothing. So
okay. Tom Wilson is good, but I also hate him. Trash power play. Need to capitalize.
You sound like you're reading a poem, bro. You sound like you're reading a poem to the class.
Fourth line.
Open mic.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. I'm at the fucking coffee shop, like in Seattle, and I got my dreadlocks. Fourth line playing well. How about the top 6 maybe doing something? I made fun of Sam Rosen. I'm sorry. Sam Rosen is a gem. Is it because what's the color guy's name? Micheletti's talking about how Washington plays man-on-man defense, right? And how that's a weird way to play and stuff like that.
Okay.
And as he's explaining it, literally without a beat, Sam Rosen's like, so is that a zone? He's like, no, it's the opposite. It's man-on-man. It's the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard.
I didn't hear that, dude. I really wish I heard that.
So
I did hear that. Okay, you can hate before you continue your notes.
I know he's old.
Sam Rosen is a legend.
I understand.
The day he either dies or steps down from the Rangers broadcast will be a dark day for me because he brings comfort to me. His voice is soothing. It's like that stupid calm app on your phone. It's like I can go to sleep listening to Sam Rosen call Rangers games.
You know what he should do if he wanted to make some money, even though he's probably so rich because he does NFL games too. He should put it out to Rangers fans. Like, I'll read you a fucking bedtime story. Just pay me like $10 a month.
That's hysterical.
He'll make like $1 million. I doubt.
Or like an audio kids book.
Yeah, something just to put his shit down. You know, like that Calm app has like Braun from Game of Thrones. He does one.
No way.
Yeah. Yo, it's the craziest story. It's literally like a story about like dolphins in New Zealand.
Don't tell me you bought this thing.
No. It's on YouTube. I fucking just listened to it on YouTube. Yeah. It's like 30 minutes. He's got a nice soothing voice though, you know, but it's like the craziest story that makes no fucking sense. I'm like, why would they find this story? Like they just found a random ass story for him to just talk sweet too.
Before you continue, Quinn's on. I'm watching the Quinn looks like he's been through the ringer a little bit.
Yeah,
I think COVID took a toll, no?
Yeah, I'm sure he was fucked up. I'm sure he was sick.
It couldn't have helped that we were first of all, he's got great shoulders, he's got traps, so the guy lifts, obviously lifts.
Quinn's got to be in mad good shape.
Yeah, he's a good looking kid from Boston, and
he's not young either. He's like in his late 50s.
Is he really?
I think so.
Stop, no, late 40s, bro.
No, man, David Quinn.
So not only was he enduring what he had to do, his symptoms.
54.
All right. That's, I mean, good genetics. But while he's on COVID protocol, he's watching Mika rack up hat trick after hat trick, and the Rangers go on a mini run. You know what I mean? That's got to kind of eat at you a little bit too. That
you think so?
I don't know. I mean, if I'm the coach, you have pride as a coach.
I guess you're right. Yeah, but you got to think a little logically, right? You make it to become a coach in the NHL. You need to have some kind of logical brain in your head.
Obviously, you're rooting for your team to win, but the way they were winning and he's out for this.
Yeah.
And I think you have to. I mean, I don't know if you're how self aware these coaches are about like what the fans are saying, what is spoken about them on like through the media or
I
Twitter.
mean, if they were had any
Um,
sense in their minds, they would not look at
like the whole thing with Knobloch and
it. Yeah,
Quinn and this and that, and how there is a kind of like a little small contingency of people of Ranger fans that want him out and this and that.
yeah.
I don't know how self aware they are as far as that stuff. I'm sure they block a lot of it out, but you got to still know about it, no?
Probably. I'm sure, like, I think more it used to be like the newspapers the next day. Like, people would read it, or like sports radio, people would listen. Hockey, not many. New York sports, they don't really talk much hockey. I mean, Boomer tries to shoehorn it in and stuff, but, it's not like a big topic because we have so much other shit going on. The
Yeah, it's under the
newspapers,
radar for
but I
sure
don't
in New
think
York.
Quinn's
Yeah.
on fucking Twitter because that's where, like, the absolute cesspool of humanity is.
Right. So as long as you're not on Twitter, you probably don't hear that kind of stuff, right?
No shot. Yeah. I mean, unless there's a bad article or whatever, or like the reporters, because I'm sure there's assholes reporters there, like Larry Brooks.
The questions that they ask post game and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So continue with your notes.
I mean, I don't think they would ever ask him that kind of question, like, "Oh, do you think like Chris Knobloch fucking is a better coach than you and deserves to play?" Like, no way, someone's gonna ask him that. I don't think anyone.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't ask it in that sense, but probably not at all. I mean,
Sam Rosen's brain is bad. Shoot the motherfucking puck. I circled that an exclamation point.
did you put Kako's name next to that because I
That's
want
coming
to
up.
strangle this guy for
Yeah,
a while
I
there.
think that was in the first period also because I have a whole first period.
He dominated when he
Looked
was
good.
on the ice. When he was on the ice, he was visible every shift he was on the ice. Like he would. You saw a couple of plays where he would shift through he would like skate through the guys. He would dangle a little bit.
Very
then he would
good.
carry it around the net. He'd control it along the boards. He never gives up the puck. You know that, right? That's actually I should have wrote it down when I heard it when somebody was talking about it. His giveaway to takeaway ratio is like second in the league, and I forgot. I think it's behind Mark Stone.
Yeah.
So that's
I've heard that comparison also with
yeah.
Mark.
So
it turns out to be Mark Stone. Awesome. Yeah, I don't want to pay him $9 million, but dope.
No, you're not going to pay him any.
Well, that's what Mark
that
Stone
won't happen anytime soon, dude. To be honest with you, that won't happen anytime soon. He's still in like developing, but I think that a lot of people who kind of shit on him, it's way too early to start shitting on him the way they're shitting on him. You know what I mean? He's showing that he can. If he just shot the puck every time he actually had an opening to shoot the puck, like tonight, he had 3 or 4 chances.
Oh my god,
golden chances! Like you just take that shot
because
he has a decent shot, dude. He has a good shot. He can score goals. He doesn't have to get just tap-ins.
I wrote bottom 6 is keeping us afloat because that third line was battling. So was the fourth line. The fourth line had 2 shifts in the second period against the top line, Ovechkin's line, and they fucking kept them in like the forecheck. They kept them in their offensive zone, like the Rangers' offensive zone. They were
I did
major
see that.
fucking pressure on them.
Yeah, I did notice that the fourth line did a good job. Just keeping them in their zone, even if you don't get a shot off, that's a big win.
Yeah, I wrote need to fucking finish. Fuck your cross ice passes. Fuck them in the face. Bushnevich tried a cross ice pass. It was horrendous. Wilson is a dirty cunt because he like mini slew foot Truba. No penalty. Horrendous penalty. Fourth line playing really well besides the 2 penalties because at that point Rooney had got the penalty where Washington scored in the first period, and then Giuseppe got another penalty.
Right.
So besides those 2 penalties, the fourth line played really solid. But I mean, that
you saw the way the Caps power play was on that second penalty in the second period. Insane.
Yeah.
Chance after chance, 6 shots on goal in 2 minutes. Insane.
Oh, I'm coming to that. Because this is the penalty now that Giuseppe got. I wrote Shorty ? Mika ? Yes ? And then after I wrote nope and I just underlined it. What the guy with the Rangers mug shots on the table with his son, the commercial. I wrote fuck you.
Those commercials
I hate those commercials, bro.
Are they adding to them or is it just the same ones on repeat?
No, it's the same one because that one that he showed is like the table with the pictures, like Hank's still on the team and like there's a picture of Hank and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. No, wait. Is that the one where he's teaching his daughter?
Yeah, and at the end she's sleeping, and he's singing the fucking song. Like, shut up.
Okay, listen, I hate it. It's goobery, but if it was me and my kid, because I have my little girl,
Sure.
3-year-old girl. If I had like a little baby right now and I'm doing it, and every game now I get to see me and my kid. I mean, I wouldn't want to see my face on MSG Network, but if I could see my kid and like the Rangers, it would be kind of cool. I guess it's
You understand the abuse I would throw your way?
yeah, yeah. I get
It's
it.
like, all right, it's not the guy who's in the commercial. It's not his idea. Like, oh, this is
No.
what I do. I print out color pictures of all the players on the Rangers, and I show my 4-month-old who doesn't know what the fuck they'll eat their own
Wait a
shit.
minute, wait a minute now. Okay, wait. Now you're saying that this is some kind of conspiracy, like the producers arranged this, and this is
Without
somebody.
question.
Is this an actor? Is this an actor?
No, I think it's a real person, but it's like just like what they do. Like they find a new Ranger fan, right?
Right.
And they say, okay, oh, like the maniacs with their fucking crazy downstairs. Like you have a couple of frame things, that's not a big deal. But the guys who paint their shit fucking royal blue and
I considered
yeah, you're
I
crazy.
considered that.
You're a
I
crazy
cons-
person. Thank
I
God your wife
considered that, and
fucking
then
put it.
and then I said, do I really want to add another project on top of all the projects I have?
Yeah, no shot.
No, so I said,
And like the other goober who like with his fucking stupid.
I'm watching. What is it? The spiky hair guy? Because that's what's on right now.
No,
Is it
it's the
spiky
one
hair
with
guy
the
his-
gender reveal.
Oh, the gender. No,
That fucking loser. I was gonna break a window. Shut up, you dummy. You're not breaking a fucking window with your bitch ass shot. Shut up.
these guys could be potential fans right now, listeners, subscribers.
Yeah, I mean, bro, everybody who watches that knows the same. It agrees with me. And if they don't agree with me, they're just salty because they probably fucking applied and didn't get it.
I missed the application process.
I would abuse you all the time. Like I would literally, if we did this show and you had that commercial, that's what would be the intro. Is your commercial
Is my commercial
every time? I would stop frame by frame and abuse you frame by frame.
You want me to be
Not
honest? I probably changed the channel every time it came on.
yourself? Yeah, of course. Yeah, hell
There's
yeah.
no way I could
You want to
watch
see
that.
yourself. So, okay, so they're on the penalty, and then I wrote Igor, because he did work. See
You
that?
get it? It's in focus. You're good. Got it. Yeah, he was. Even in the first, right? So we forgot to mention in the first, but you did it now. He kept them in the game before the Rangers got their skates under them. Like he is really, really good. I mean, like he is really good.
If he stays healthy, I think like he could be really like great, like all-star.
Like another Ranger goalie legend and the long line of
I
Ranger
want to say
goalie
he's like
legends.
Hank, but yeah.
Well, the Rangers have like it's kind of a thing we do, right? We develop goalies. We've had a
Great.
lot
Let's
of
win cups though,
yeah, we need all right, but it helps to have a hot goalie when you're trying to make a run in the cup for the cup, right? I mean, that's going to be huge when we're ready to go. You know what I mean? And this guy's only 25 years old, so you're looking at a decade maybe with this guy, which would be amazing. He's a 25-year-old rookie.
I know.
He's a 25-year-old.
He's still a rookie, huh?
He's still a rookie. This year's because he only played, I think, under 20 something games last year. That he could have, if he had a great season, and if what's his name on the Wild, the rookie,
Karpazov.
yeah, Kaprizov. If Kaprizov wasn't playing the way he's playing, and he didn't get hurt, Igor, and he played the way he's playing now, he might have had a chance at the Calder.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's the age? I think it's 26.
There's a cutoff on the age, and then there's also
Games.
right. There's a cutoff on the age, right, and then there's a cutoff if you depending on how many games you play.
Because Artemi won it, and he was like 24.
Right, that was his first year, and he was like 24. He came over from the KHL and he won it.
So I got to give Kakko his due because even before the third period, he had a really good period. He was skating well, like you said. He was bringing the puck into the zone really nice. Last 10 minutes of offense has disappeared, and that's what happened. Compared to the first 10 minutes of the second period, the last 10 minutes, it was tilting the other way. Igor stepped up. They had the power play, the PKs they had to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that's why you need to finish because they had a lot of like decent chances in the beginning of the second period. Like get a goal there, right? Like if you can get some disgusting goal, throw the shit at the net. Who gives a fuck? You got Kreider's fat dick fucking parked right in front of the net. Like let's just get it in there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and anytime and they got to capitalize on those chances, like the power play. They haven't they actually. I think in the last they showed a graphic that in the last I don't know. What is it, 10 games that were like first in the NHL on the power play? Did you see that?
Yeah, they were doing work because I think one game they were like 3 for 4.
Overall, the whole season we haven't been great, but in the last 10 games, it's almost like the penalty kill and power play special teams have kind of flip flopped. You know, we were really great in the penalty kill. Now we're kind of losing it a little bit. We gave up a goal again today. We gave up a couple of goals in the loss that we had on the weekend. So, all right, listen, if one gets a little weaker, it's good that the other one's getting a little stronger because that's the way you win these games. You need to be good on the special teams. So they're young, dude. That's why they have these incomplete games, right? I mean, they're not consistent. They don't have the experience to stay to not like shoot their. I mean, to not give up all their energy, shoot their load too early, and then.
I'm scared to say it,
Yeah, I'm trying to use other terminology, and I can't. I'm not. I don't have the vocabulary, I guess.
Did you have any notes for the third?
The third, I had a ton of notes because the third was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I started off with just Panarin is the man.
Oh God, I love
that play where he cut to the middle on the goal by Kakko. He cuts to the middle. He draws the defender to him, dishes it to Strome. I mean, everything he does just makes these guys' jobs so much easier. Kakko doesn't even have to shoot at a goalie. You know what I mean? Strome's pass was great, but it wasn't Strome's pass. It was Kakko's move to the cut to the middle of the ice that made Strome's pass to Kakko that much easier. So,
yeah,
I mean,
Panarin's moved in the middle of the ice.
You know how you said what's name has a bad brain? Sam Rosen has a bad brain, but Panarin's brain makes up for everybody else on the team that has a bad brain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're so right. Like he definitely.
He's a genius, bro.
How do they call it?
He would have been a grand chess master if he wasn't.
Yeah, he covers up for a lot of the shit. Like if we didn't have Panarin right now, the team would stink. You understand that?
Oh yeah, it would be bad.
Like they played okay for those 8 games that he was gone. I don't think that would have lasted. I feel like they would have started, fucking tailing off for sure.
No. Without Panarin, this team and this rebuild is nowhere near what it is now.
Yeah, and
we're still looking at lottery picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the Panarin contract, like, bro, he's gonna be very similar to the same player he is right now when he's 35.
Yeah,
he's not explosive. He's not like a crazy, like using his blazing speed or all that.
I don't think it's crazy. Like he signed how many years with us? 7. I don't think it's crazy. He signed 7 years with us, and he was how old at the time he signed? 28, 27, 28.
I think 27, 28. So he's gonna be 34.
Right. So he's gonna be 34, 35, and I don't think it's crazy to say that he might get an extension.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Like, and it won't be cheap because I think he could still be producing at the end of his career the way he's producing now. And I wouldn't mind it.
If he's 34, 35, last year of his deal, and the Rangers are like make a great run and like win something or whatever, and his last year of his year of his deal, he scores like, I don't know, he has like 40 assists and 25 points. Like he's gonna get $9 million or something for a year or 2.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, at that point, also the cap is going to be greater and stuff like that. So you got to think about stuff like that. Anyway, but yeah, I could see that.
They'll get like a serious amount of money.
7 years from now, your Kakko and Panarin and Hedl, all these guys are like 26, 27 years old. They're in their primes. You're hoping that those are the guys that will, we're passing the torch.
Lafreniere, not Panarin.
Oh, Lafreniere, Laf.
Oh yeah, they're going to be the top line, right?
Miller. Nils, if he stays on the team and we don't trade him for Eichel, all these guys are going to have the torch passed to them. And
say bye to Nils.
Panarin will just be the old vet. That's kind of like just steering the ship in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Letting them know what to expect, and we'll see what happens. So that's Panarin. Panarin he's got 30 points. At that point, I wrote that he had 30 points in 24 games, right? And then he added one later on that beautiful breakaway. Fox's unreal finish.
Trailer. Sick.
On an insane no-look pass from Bread. That pass.
Sick.
I mean, I know it was in his skates, and Fox had to make a great play to kick it to his stick in stride and make the move to the net and hit and shoot the backhand. But like that pass was incredible too, dude.
Unreal. I mean, unreal. Fox is so fucking good. Oh man, suck my asshole. Everybody who hates on him, like the fucking, he's not a Norris candidate. Fuck you.
I don't know. Like, I these do these like writers or do these people that have votes on these things, do they watch the whole NHL or do they just, is it just like, because NHL is kind of like a regional thing, right? People mostly just follow their team. Like even me, I just
Yeah.
follow my team from time. I watch highlights. I'm not going to sit there and like watch
No.
NHL West. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to watch the LA Kings and the Anaheim Ducks play at like,
Yeah, no shot.
till 1 a.m. A lot of people are the same way. They follow their team and maybe some of the teams in the division. So, like when it comes time to like vote for these things, or do they even have an idea of these players? Like, I guess or do they look at the points totals and then just check those players out? But he's up there too. I mean, now
Definitely
he's up there too.
Yeah, he's fucking up there, bro. He's definitely comparable with Doughty and whoever the fuck
I
else.
think he's like third or fourth with D-men.
Yeah.
Right. In points scored.
You know what it is? I think it's like the known commodity guys that continue to produce, is that's who they really kind of focus on and like say, okay. Because like even who's the top list that they in? Carlson, okay.
No, they're talking about Hedman. They're talking about Doughty.
Okay. Doughty. I mean, the Kings, how are they doing? They're like the same kind of boat as the Rangers. Like they're kind of at it, right?
Their timeline is parallel to the Rangers right now.
So it's like, okay, the only reason why Doughty's there is because he's got the points, but that are comparable to Fox's.
Right, and he's Yeah, right. He's a Stanley Cup winning. He won the Norris before, right?
Yeah. So like that's the only. I mean, he got paid fucking bank, bro.
I mean, Hedman obviously is probably going to win it. He's probably going to deserve to win it, but just not have. It's the fact that he's not even in the conversation, right? It's just not.
It's wild.
Not being in the conversation is the crazy thing. And I said it last week. I said I really don't care. Like I want him to. I would love for him to win it, but not before we extend him because this guy is going to be pricey. I would love to lock this kid in. Like I don't know when you can start talking extension, right? You're not going to go to RFA years with this guy probably, right? Where you have to worry about arbitrations and stuff like that.
Sign him for fucking max 8 years,
right?
And $8.5 million, $9 million.
I wish I knew. Is this year the last year of his entry level?
No,
I think year or is it next year? I know he had a shorter. It wasn't like I don't think it was a 3-year entry level.
Next year.
Is it next year?
Hold on, I'm double checking now.
Because you just lock him in, right?
Yeah.
You just lock him in. What do? You give him the same thing Trouba has?
Where is he? Adam Fox. Yeah, he's an RFA in 22-23. So it's this year and next year.
This year and next year. So you can start negotiating next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think is the rule, right? The last year of the contract.
Yeah, I mean, we're giving him a little bit more. Honestly, give him a little bit more than Trouba too. If he continues and has another great year, or starts off playing well,
right? If
there's no reason to fucking strong arm him, like
right. So you're talking about he's in his rookie year, he was probably third best rookie D-man. He was the third best rookie D-man. Then your second year, he's in the. You're talking about possibly a Norris defenseman, a Norris winning defenseman, possibly in the contention. And then in your third year, if he can repeat that and still be at the top of the league, I mean, you got to just pay him, right? You got to just pay him, and you pay him you gladly pay him because you're paying. Normally, when you pay these guys these big contracts, it's for like production that they've given to other teams,
right?
Or they've given to the team in the past.
Yeah,
you're going to be actually paying this guy for what he's going to do for you in the future because he's just so young and so good. It's crazy.
Excuse me. And he's
Am I boring you little bitch?
No, sorry. And he's a right-hander.
Yes.
That's like rare.
High value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what he's going to be 23, he's going to be 24, and then 24 turning 25. Yeah, he's gonna sign him to 8 fucking years. Sign him to 33. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you think he's gonna
all right, that's it. That's it. His one and only big contract.
What is it? What's 9 times 8? 72? Yeah, 8 years.
Yeah, lock him in.
$2 million.
Give him the security. That's awesome.
Because if he signs some 2-year deal and becomes a UFA at 28,
and then what are you gonna do? Then you're not gonna want to.
Bro, there's teams coming in and they're gonna drop fucking $12 million on his dick. Here you go. He's 7 years, $12 million.
Then you're gonna give him term. Then you're gonna need to give him the 7 or 8 years, and you're paying him to be. Then you're paying him till he's 34, 35.
Yeah, then it's like,
and that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to do that because this guy's gonna have a lot of tread on his tires.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of wear and tear on his tread because he's already getting 25, 26, 27 minutes a game.
Yeah.
And that's just going to continue. And hopefully we're doing long playoff runs. We're going deep into May and June eventually. So, lock him in now and get those best years and get that value. What else we got? I got Strome 10 game point streak.
Killing
Kid's
it. I wrote
good,
that also. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Igor is starting to get the chance. Igor, I love that. And you could hear it. Like, I couldn't believe how you could hear it on the TV. It's only 2,000
they were
people
loud.
in the building.
They were loud.
They were loud.
At the tail end, like a few minutes left, they were pumping.
Unless the MSG audio guys jacking up the levels.
It could be.
Which is a possibility too, but
I wrote Panarin is pure. Great pass by Smith because that was a sick pass.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Was it an alley-oop? I didn't notice. I was just
a super fucking long fucking pass. It was unreal. It was sick. Yeah. I wrote fuck TomWilson.net. I wrote we should re-sign Smith to a 1 year, $1.05 million contract like Jack Johnson.
I know you're like I
like
Brendan
Smith a lot, bro. He's got an edge. He could be a third fucking. Don't tell me, was he? He's a third fucking defender. We're gonna lose some of these.
Do you realize that
we're getting
Eichel? Do you realize where this team is from just a year or so ago, where we had Brendan Smith playing as like a fourth line winger?
Crazy.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Crazy.
That was crazy.
Unreal. You're so right.
Where we are now, where we're cutting people and trading people so we can make room for our prospects coming onto the team. Like, it's crazy.
Nuts. It is nuts. I mean, the Rooney signing is a sick signing. I mean, it's the devil's loss. They have so many centers that Rooney. I love Rooney. I think he's fucking good.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing great lately. I mean, to be honest with you, he's tailing off a little bit. Blackwell's kind of taking the spotlight now as one of those bottom.
Yeah, but he's a centerman.
No, I know. I'm just saying, Rooney hasn't been playing as well. In the beginning, he was kind of really doing well.
Yeah,
lately, I think his play has tailed off a little bit. In my opinion,
he's never going to be a star. He's going to be a
no. But the shine in the bottom, the bottom wingers of the bottom forwards, has been all on Black.
Yeah, and Howden, right? Yeah, and Howden should never step foot in the fucking Rangers facility again. Send him to Hartford when he gets. I think he's on COVID still, but go to Hartford, bro. Sorry, man. All right, we'll see you around. Do not come back.
He's that player that the coaches love. Right?
I don't know what does that mean. I don't understand what that means.
He does whatever the coaches ask of him. Don't all of these players do that for the most part? I mean,
did you see that when they were in practice? They had the mannequin that they were pushing.
Yeah, I did see that.
I thought that was Howden for a second.
Skated better than him. He got the mannequin had a better stride.
Yeah, bro. Guy stinks. A plug. He slid.
Who laid him out in center ice? Who was that? That just
I think it was Kakko.
It was Kakko, right?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So yeah, it was a good finish today, man. Really good fucking finish. Thank Christ. Thank Artemi Panarin, honestly.
And then who netted the empty netter? Was that Kakko?
Buchnevich.
Oh, it was Booch.
That's why I texted you. I'm like, Booch is really
I saw that
bag. He's trying to get fucking paid.
Yeah, he's
notching those empty in with his agent, his psycho Russian agent. They're gonna be like, we need $9 million a year. He's literally a point a game player. We need $9 million a year.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
No shot in the heavens. Goodbye.
I really want to keep Booch. You got to keep him, right? I mean, unless he's gonna be part of a package, he's got to stay on this team, dude.
Yeah. If listen, the only way you get rid of Booch is if it's for Eichel.
Right. You don't let him.
No, you sign him. He's fine. He's good. I mean, listen, I hope if they sign him to a 2 or 3 year deal, he doesn't become a softie again. Because last year he was soft.
Can they sign him to one more 3-year deal? Is that a possibility? Or
he's got one more RFA year, but he's up for arbitration this year. So
okay.
It's a fucking nightmare. They're gonna come in arbitration. They're gonna be asking for $9 million, $8 million. He's doing work.
Yeah.
He's the last 80 games, almost a point a game player.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so he's playing.
I don't know if he could demand. I don't think he could demand that kind of money, though, right? I know he's entering his prime right now, but
if he was a UFA, I guarantee you some. And it wasn't pandy times. If it was normal times,
if there wasn't a flat cap they're dealing with.
The Buffalo Sabres would give him fucking $10 million a year. Some shit team
Probably. That's why they're in the situation they're in, dude.
It's like, oh my God, here's all the money. Here's all the money at 7 fucking years, a whole fucking like forever. You want a full-time contract? You're like Bobby Bonilla. We'll pay it to like the end of fucking time.
Oh, I wanted to say, speaking of bad contracts, they I think I saw I don't know if I saw it on Twitter or I saw it somewhere on social media that Dan Girardi was coaching his first game, I think, as an assistant, and he coached it against the Rangers. And at the same time, we're still paying him $1.1 million
Yeah, no.
a year because we bought him out. Is this the last year or is that like another year?
And right now I'm on cap friendly. It's no, he's got this year, next year, and the year after.
Oh my God.
1.1111111 million.
He's gonna get named the next head coach of Buffalo, and he's still gonna be getting paychecked from.
Hell yeah. He's like, I'll do it for free. They pay him anyway. We're giving Spooner $300,000.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 guys on that buyout list.
Yeah. Richards, but he's at 0. I don't know why he's still on the list.
It's fine. It's all going according to plan.
Girardi, Hank's on the list, but Hank's the best. I love Hank.
And then
I mean, Spooner's supposedly doing work overseas.
Oh yeah,
work.
Where's he playing? In KHL or is he Swedish league?
KHL.
KHL. You still got what's his name, Shattenkirk on that list too, right?
He's getting $6 million this year.
But this year's the last, I think, right?
No, he's getting more next year, but it's way less. He's getting 1.4 for the next 2 years after that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
These bad contracts. I'm telling you, man, these bad contracts are just.
Yeah, but I mean, look what Tampa Bay did. Tampa Bay came in and fucking did work, bro. Like they scooped up Spooner, Shattenkirk. He needed to show me year, and he showed it. Like he did work. He played well, and that's what he had behind fucking wasted money on him. He's on Dynamo Minsk for the last 2 years, 1920, 2021, 36 games, 39 points.
Oh, wow.
And the year before that, 43 games, 37 points.
He's the American ringer.
Yeah, he's doing work.
The winger.
Yeah, he's just sucking up that Russian gas, banging, Eastern European honeys.
And just hoping the check clears, right? And getting out of there the day that the last, you got your bags packed, the last game of the season, you just headed straight to the airport.
Get the fuck out of Dodge, yeah.
So that's it. The game was good. Glad they won because they blew it on the weekend with those 2 back-to-back afternoon games. I really hate the afternoon games.
Afternoon games are rough.
Get into it.
I agree with you.
They're rough. I can't they're in the middle of the day. You gotta the weather's getting nicer. Do I really want to stay in my house now?
Right. Yeah.
And then a lot of times the Rangers don't show up on those games.
Very often they don't show up.
Very often. Yeah. They don't want to be there either.
Burns.
So I prefer the night games tonight. They showed up. I mean, they're playing the Caps really well this year.
Yeah, they have like the only team
playing the Caps. Yeah, they're playing them really well this year. They're not playing well against the Penguins. They're not playing well against
Penguins. No.
Yeah, no, not well at all. But like with the Caps, they're matching up well with them. And I mean, we're talking about a team that's it's one of the top teams in the league. So.
And the Pens are playing really fucking good. I think Sidney Crosby got Player of the Week too, or whatever the fuck. He got some shit. He's doing work.
Some NHL Star of the Week.
That's what happens. But one of these guys go down, like either Crosby or Malkin, because they're not. Sometimes there's some guys are hurt. Usually, like they're not Iron Men. They don't they get hurt, and the team steps up. Like they got that guy Rust for like 1.8 mil, and he does work. He scores like 25 goals.
For a long time, they were one of those teams where you had a couple of superstars, and then just anybody they would plug in would just they would just hit the ground running. Like Sheary, who was playing tonight, like he was one of those players like Rust. They just they had Hagelin for a little bit, so that anybody they would either trade for or pull up from the farm, it just it was seamless.
I mean, Hagelin's
that's why they had this run.
A pretty solid career, right?
That's what I really want the Rangers to turn into. I want the Rangers to be a team where you got your superstars, like maybe Laugh turns into one. You still got Panarin, Mika, whatever, those guys. But then anybody you plug in is like seamless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to assume it's because like Crosby's so good and Malkin.
Yeah, that's the thing though. When you
put anybody on fucking Panarin's line, that's what he does.
That's what's happening, right? Exactly. And that's the way we're trending as a team. So
you know what else?
Kind of nice.
Eichel.
If you get Eichel, I want to be in the Stanley Cup Finals next year.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, that's it.
So Hedel, Kako, Nils, 1 first round pick, and ADA for
Do they even
Eichel,
want 80?
Eichel and a third.
Every time. Why do you have to always include Heedle in this fucking trade?
Because I'm thinking of
And
what I would want if I'm the GM.
Heedle, Kako. What did you say? Heedle, Kako. What else? Fox?
No,
Heedle, Kako.
Hedel, Kako, Nils, a first round pick,
Okay,
and
right there.
ADA.
Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Right there. You cannot include Heedle and Kako. It's
Why
one
not?
or the other.
I
It's
could
one or the other.
literally
No.
do whatever I want.
Well, you're not going to get it. You son of a bitch.
You wouldn't
You're
pull
not
that
gonna get
trigger.
it. No, I wouldn't pull the trigger on that. I wouldn't.
If we
I
got
wouldn't.
Eichel for Strome, let's say, Hedel's still a third line center with Mika.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee you keep Mika, right? I'd
Try
rather.
to, right? You're gonna try to keep Mika. You're
Yeah,
not gonna
but
try and sign him to 7 years, but you're gonna try and keep him.
I need Heedle on the team still in case Mika doesn't come back, so that you have a second line center. Because if you trade Heedle away, you lose Mika to free agency.
Strome.
You don't resign him, and then what are you stuck with? Strome, and Strome is like not guaranteed to come back after next year either.
Well, listen, what you do is you try to trade.
Then you overpay Strome to stay. That's crazy. So I need to
I think
keep
the
Heedle in
only
this
way
deal.
we see, like, listen, let's say we got Eichel. You're doing if they're losing next year with Eichel, let's say, you're selling Mika for pieces. And Strome.
The Rangers are losing with what? With Eichel?
If they have Eichel, let's say they make a trade.
If we get Eichel and we're not winning with him, you're saying?
And like they're like 10, 12 games out of the play.
Right, but I don't think that's going to happen. That's not going to be the case.
I'm just saying that's the only time they're ever going to ship or try and sell Mika. They're not going to sell Mika if, they're battling with fucking Washington for the Metropolitan.
Yeah, but are you going to? Yeah, but I'm not saying you're going to trade him. I'm saying, are you going to even re-sign him?
I'm going to try to. Yeah, I'm going to try to. For 100%, I'm going to try to.
You're paying now top dollar to Eichel. You're gonna have to pay top dollar to Mika, and you're gonna pay for a lot of years where he's not going to be productive.
If the term is good, I'm not saying if he wants 6-7 years, that's not going to work because he's 30.
He's gonna want that. He's gonna want that, dude.
Or whatever how old he is. I don't even know how old he's going to be.
He's going to be like 28. He's going to be like 29. He's going to want like 6 years.
We can't do that.
Yeah, because he's going to want 6 years, and you know what? If he keeps going the way he's going, if he doesn't hit another rough patch and he plays next year well, he's going to get that shit. So that's my deal. It's like how many players we're talking about paying Fox. We're still paying Trouba. You're still paying Panarin. You're going to pay, we can get to a point where we're going to be in cap hell.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. But you got to just make sure you're paying the right guys. What if Lafreniere turns out to be the real deal? What if Kako turns out to be the real deal? So
you pay. I mean, you're going to trade somebody, bro.
We're trading, right? So you're saying like part of the trade some of the players that you would have had to pay are going to be part of the trade.
What about this trade?
Right.
Strome, Buchnevich, Kako, Nils, and a first.
That is a lot of players. That's a lot of pieces. I know Eichel's great, right? I would lean more towards giving away as many picks as I can to keep the players.
I don't want picks. I want players.
The rumor was that
They want 4 first round picks, meaning guys who came into the first round who have like good are like a big nice prospects or are actually NHLers.
I just don't want to turn into I just don't want the Rangers giving away all these pieces just to turn into the Buffalo Sabres now that they have Eichel. You're giving away. I know we have Panarin.
You're very dramatic. You're a dramatic person.
I don't like giving away all these things for just one asset in return. I know it's the way it's going to be because he's a great player, but how many teams are willing to take on a cap hit like that in a flat cap league? Are there going to be a lot of bidders for this guy's services?
Eichel is like a point to game player, let's say. Yeah, he's around that, right?
I know his value is great. His
contract's pretty good, bro. There's 5 years left, $10 million.
Yeah, but it's still a high cap hit.
It's like fair. It's not like
it's fair, but it's still high, dude. And there's dude, remember, this is the league we're talking about. There were teams that didn't even want to play this season. Right. Because there was like half the league didn't even want to play this season because.
But also think of it, right? What I just told you was Strome, Kako, Buchnevich.
So that's a lot of money.
So
Oh,
it's
the
like
other way.
almost exactly. It's very close to being.
Yeah, Strom's like 5.5. Bush is 3.5 now, but he's gonna be like 5.5.
Figure five
So
and a half. Yeah,
it's about the same amount of money, if not more.
it's a good deal.
Yeah, you're right. You got a point there, but I don't know, dude. I like to have a lot of pieces at lower cap rates for flexibility. You're giving away prospects. You're giving away. I don't know, bro.
You gotta win. When are we gonna win? When Panarin's 34?
I want him. I just want him at a good deal. It's not going to be a good
Guy
deal. It's gonna
wants
be
him for
tilted in
fucking
Buffalo's
Paco
favor,
straight
I
up
know.
like a psycho.
All right, let's see what happens if it even happens, dude. I can't talk about this every week because I'm gonna lose my mind.
I know, and it's not even
thinking
gonna happen probably this year. It's gonna happen next, like in the summer anyway.
It's gonna happen next. It's gonna happen the deadline next year. It's gonna be the Kings.
No, not. Oh my god, imagine. Oh my god.
So, okay. Other than the Rangers, now, I mean, I don't even want to. Do you
We had
want
the
to
Lemieux
recap?
stuff.
Do you want to recap the games that happened? Like we lost 2, we won another game, we blew out the Flyers. That happened.
Okay,
Remember
that's
that blowout happened after our last podcast.
I know.
Yeah, bro, because our last podcast we were discussing the first blowout 9-0.
Oh, the 8-3 or whatever.
The 8-3,
Yeah.
the 8-3 blow. Mika with another
He's
6-point
good.
game.
He's playing well. I said it on the podcast like 3 weeks ago. He's gonna come in and score 35 points in like 20 games. Did I say
Yeah,
that? I said that.
He's like almost a point per game player already.
Last time I checked, I think it was after the second Philly game when he had like a ton of points. I don't know, 5. He was a .81 per game player.
Yeah, and then I think he scored another goal and had another assist the next 2. Like, so he's recovered.
Yeah,
He's recovered in a short amount of, like, his Marches, like last year and this year.
Yeah,
The month of March is like, that's Mika's month.
I
Just
guess
write
so.
it down, etch it in stone. Mika comes alive in March. So I don't know what are you going to do before then. But
right. Yeah, just try
March, we're good. We're good in March. We're good in March.
We didn't talk about the Lemieux trade. What do you think?
All right, like this is a topic that like a lot of people like to dump on Lemieux because
I agree. Yeah,
he is, he's not uber talented. He's a fourth liner. He's a grinder. He likes to fight. He gets under the other team's skin, right? He draws a lot of penalties. And that's what they say. A lot of people just say, oh, that's all he does. That's the talent he has. He draws a lot of penalties. But yeah, I think that's a big deal. Like you have a player that great. And obviously he's not Brad Marchand, but Brad Marchand gets under people's skin. He gets people annoyed. Like Lemieux is like those polls. I see some graphics and polls and stuff like that. Like one of the most hated players in the league and most annoying to play against is Brendan Lemieux, bro. That has value.
I agree.
I know that definitely has value. I wouldn't say I know a lot of people don't like fighting. That's become like kind of a hot topic.
Can I be real with you? Fuck those.
Fighting is up in the league this year, right? What did you tell me? It's up 40%.
Yeah.
You saw something that said it's up 40%. So fighting's not going away, and in fact, it's getting more prevalent in the game, right? And then the argument I heard a couple of people argue that, okay, well, you don't really need Lemieux because you got other people that can step up and like defend.
Yeah, all right. Ryan Lindgren's gritty, Trouba's gritty, but Trouba's an $8 million player. Ryan Lindgren's a solid stay-at-home defenseman.
Right.
I'm not saying for him to not be gritty.
I don't want, Booch through hands a couple of times.
But yeah, but Booch is not.
And he got annihilated in that fight. Do you really want that happening? Like,
Booch is not
breaking his hand because he doesn't know how to throw a punch. Like, you don't want that.
Right. I 100% agree with you. If he could throw down, let's say he fought a couple times, like, oh shit, this guy fucking fights. Like, wow, like he beats some ass. Fine, that's the kind of player he wants to play as. Go for it, but he's not.
And don't tell me, that you're making room. You need to make room. You need to make room on the team, but don't tell me that Lemieux was the way to go when you got a guy like Howden. That's still
the worst excuse ever for Kravtsov to come in. That's the worst excuse ever.
It's just a bad reason when it wasn't Brett Howden that got moved. You can't use that reasoning when Brett Howden is still on the team. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right. Fine. If Brett Howden wasn't around, then you say, okay, he was the guy that fell. Yeah, because I like the other guys. I like DiGiuseppe and I like Rooney and Blackwell and those guys. Right. Those guys aren't going to be the ones to go. Obviously, the next one will be Lemieux, but you still got Howden on the team. So
for them to say, oh yeah, they got a 4th rounder back, like guys, shut up. Okay.
Fourth round is decent value, right? Okay, fine. You're not going to get
you saw there's a percentage out there that says after the first round, the chances of a player making it to the NHL level is like, and we're back. Thanks to our sponsor. Sorry, my fucking computer shit the bed. We were talking about and why like we don't think like trading him really made sense for Kravtsov to come in because they could have sent down Howard and they could have done other things.
And listen, I'm pumped. I'm really pumped to see Kravtsov play. No doubt about it. Lemieux, you know, I feel like he was a good presence. Like people, you know, the teammates loved him. I love that. I love the players where your team, you love him on your team and you hate him if he's not, right? You love that kind of player. Like Tom Wilson, for instance, right? Like everybody.
Tom Wilson's skilled too, though. That rat.
He's super skilled, right? Okay, so like Lemieux wasn't super skilled, but he could, he could get on the forecheck. He wasn't
fourth line. He's a good player, bro. You're not expecting studs on the fourth line. Sorry, guys. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
People need to be a little like realistic.
Right. I thought it was a good compromise, right? I didn't want another Tanner Glass. I didn't want another one of those kind of players where like, they're like, they're skating like they got cement shoes, but they can throw hands. Like he could do both, bro. And I love that. And like he talked a lot. And I love that, that chirp that he did the first year he was with us, where he's like, you got my slop. Was that him that you got my sloppy seconds? He was telling him.
No, that was Sean.
Oh, that wasn't him?
Years ago. Remember? Did he say the same thing?
No, not Sean Avery. No, not Sean Avery. There was another thing. I think he was chirping at Domi on
and he said that same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a fucking mutant piece of shit.
Yeah, he just he annoys people and he draws penalties, dude. There's a lot of value in that. So anyway, to wrap it up, fine. They traded him. It wasn't a great trade. I think the team will miss him in a sense, but I'm excited to see Kravtsov play. So I'm not going to cry over it.
It's not groundbreaking, right?
It's more so the argument that I was annoyed with more than losing Lemieux. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
the argument is like you don't need a fighter or fighting is being phased out.
That's a ridiculous fucking statement because when the minute Artemi gets fucking clipped, what happened?
What are you gonna?
We're hoping Buchnevich fucking steps up for him. Come on.
For years, I hated that the Rangers wouldn't throw wouldn't like throw hands when one of their players got ran, right? Like it was almost like nobody when who was it was under AV or even before AV with not Tortorella, but I think it was under AV. Like they wouldn't step in when somebody got ran, one of their good players. You know what I mean?
That's nuts.
I was so happy that this team had the identity of like, okay, we're not going to let you do that to us. I love that about this team for the last 2 years.
Hopefully they find some kind of like decent, halfway skilled fucking mutant. That's why I like Brendan Smith as a third.
Yeah, Brendan Smith is one of those guys. Brendan Smith is one of those guys that'll fill that role. Like now that Lemieux's gone, other players are going to have to step in and do more.
You saw Blackwell last game on Sunday.
Yeah.
When Oshie clipped, who did Oshie clip? And then he clipped like Rooney, I think. And then Blackwell didn't fight him, but he grabbed him, dropped the gloves, and they felt the hand or whatever. But
yeah. No, that's good. I think that's also like a good sign that like people want to step in for their teammates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's good it's great that they want to do it, not just that they do it, but they're quick to jump in on a fight or to jump in on a player when I think one of our somebody got hit and then was that the Blackwell play? Yeah, that was the Blackwell play where he got hit legally, but it was really hard. But we wound up taking a penalty. But you know what? You take that penalty just because you want to let them know, you're not going to tolerate that kind of shit.
Yeah, we can't have it. Sorry. It's not going to roll like that. Lindgren's a dirtbag too. I love him, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough, bro.
We need more guys like that. I love it. I know who I wish was on this team, but he gets hurt now more and more because he's older. Wayne Simmons. I fucking love him. And he can play, though. He can play. Like, he could play on the second line and shit. He's done pretty well.
Yeah.
In Toronto.
That's another guy. I hated playing him. Playing him.
Yeah.
But he's on your squad. You love that guy.
That's your man.
And he's one of those guys, tough as nails and skilled. Yeah, those guys are rare, to be honest with you.
So what else you got?
I got you want to talk about this referee that kind of got disciplined by the NHL? Not disciplined, kind of got an early retirement. Tim Peel.
They quickened up his retirement. What's that word?
Expedited.
Expedited. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, listen,
Um,
sounds like that's how it works, right? Like they try and keep the power plays to like the same level, maybe one or two here or there. If something's completely egregious and they called it on the hot mic during a
I
broadcast,
mean,
oh, fuck.
what did he say? He said it. He said I wanted it. It wasn't much, but I wanted to get a penalty on Nashville early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, like, what part of did this happen? This didn't happen at the beginning of the game, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it was like the end of the first or some end of the
Right. So
third.
he wanted. So basically, what he was doing was trying to even up something he had missed. Was that what it
I
was?
think so. Yeah, I think so. I don't know
Because
exactly what, but
like as a fan, you know that's going to happen, right? You know, like there's a balance in the game. They're not going to give 20 penalties to one team and a one penalty to the other. Like I always feel like when I watch the games and I see like the Rangers, the Rangers got 3 power plays, or we didn't score. You got to score on one of those power plays because
right,
the ref's going to call like 1 or 2 now the next period for the other team. Like
right.
I always feel that you always get that sense that it's going to eventually even out.
Yeah.
The problem is that this guy had a hot, like his mic was hot, right? So it
What
got
happened was
telecasted
they
onto
were
the
like, I guess
broadcast,
the
right?
person in the truck or whatever was testing some of the mics. And the guy in the truck, I guess, thought it was already at commercial, but it was right as the commercial was about to start. And that was broadcast, that part. So like it
So
was like
everybody
you can't
heard
even
it.
hide it. Yeah, like it's out.
It wasn't. Initially when I heard the story, I thought he spoke it on like the loudspeaker, the PA system inside the building. So
Nah.
I said, all right, that's kind
Yeah,
of like,
yeah.
but the fact that it went on the telecast and a lot of people are making the point that the NHL is trying to get into gambling more, so
Sure.
you need to make sure your games are legitimate and
Yeah,
you don't
it's a
have
bad look.
refs.
It's bad optically. I mean, they had
Right.
expedited his retirement, like you said, because he's going to retire at the end of April, but he's still getting his pension and shit like that. Like they just did it like, all right, listen, we got to let you go right now so we can kill this thing in its grip.
Right. Which is the easy move. It's the easy move. I guess it's the right move.
Yeah.
You want to make sure it doesn't become a bigger story than it is.
Right. Yeah.
That's all it is. You know what I mean? So, all right. So the guy he's gonna get his paychecks sitting at home instead of refereeing
He's
some
still going to
games
get
that
his
he won't be
gold
able to.
watch and shit. He'll be
Right. I
fine.
mean, like I think
He'll
they
be
get
fine.
paid extra. I think they get paid extra if they referee playoff games and stuff, right?
Yeah, but
I
bro, he's
think
been in
that's
the
all
league for
bonus
like
money.
20 years, bro. He's going to finagle a book deal or some shit.
Yeah, I think he's been refing since '99. This guy. So
Yeah, in Canada, they
all right.
eat up anything that's hockey, bro. This guy can legitimately make a career after this, because of this.
Right.
He
It would have
literally
been
will write a
right.
book.
He's gonna write. Yeah, he's gonna. I was gonna say he's gonna write a book. It would have been. It would have been a little bit sadder if it was a young kid, but it was just.
Right.
It was like you said. It was a guy. He was about. He had 1 foot out the door. So.
And it's how it is. We all know it's
Um.
how it is. Like I'm not saying he's blatantly favoring one team over the other. Because that's all right. That's bad. But like
Right.
that's what
No.
it is.
Yeah. And it's not. It's not like he has. It's not like he has scratch on the game. He's just. It's literally what every ref does. Like they're gonna. If they make a bad call, they're gonna. I think somebody was saying that Callahan was on one of the games on the NHL network broadcast, and he was saying these guys tell you like I'll get you one back.
Right.
Like I got you guys. That was my bad. I got you guys. Like they say these things during the game. I think.
Yeah. So it's like normal operating procedure. That's what it is.
Right. So and it is what it is.
People lose their shit. I get it. And they want to make it look. They want to clean it up as easy as possible.
Right. Yeah. The players. I think it's something that the players realize. But if you don't play the game, you think it's a little bit crazier. You know what I mean? But the players that have played the game and they know.
Yeah, they get it.
This stuff goes on. It's not a big deal. The NHL just wanted to clean it up, and that's what they did. What was I saying? The Ekblad injury. Did you see that thing?
Yeah, it was gross.
It was so awkward, dude. I mean, like,
it's a bummer.
Thank God they have like full equipment on. They got the socks, they got the shin pads and everything. You don't see what's going on under there.
Did they say it broke his through? It like broke through skin?
No, it didn't break through anything. No, right? No, it was just like wobbling there though. You could see the wobble and the awkwardness. It's not good.
Supposedly, what does it say? It says Panthers Ekblad out 12 weeks after surgery. I mean, listen, if he comes back for like preseason next year, or like the first part of the season, that's pretty impressive.
What is the injury? Does it say what was torn? Was it
Bro,
like
I
a
probably had a
complete
compound
blowout?
fracture or something. Who the fuck knows? I mean, it looked bad, bro. It didn't look like. I don't think it was just like a torn ACL. Do
It
you?
wasn't the joint, so it was it was the bone. Like if you're saying compound fracture, it wasn't like the joint. It might have been both because it looked like it was his leg got caught underneath him.
Yeah. Ekplad's got his left leg caught under his body, being checked by Stars defenseman Lindell midway through the second period. Blah blah blah. Oh my God! Somebody tell
And
me.
what a bad time for an injury like. I mean, like obviously you just hope the player can continue his career
Yeah, he's 25.
moving forward. He's a young kid. He's a star. He's like a budding star, and he's on a team that looked like they were going to make a run. So it's kind of
They're not
sad.
saying-
And
I don't know.
it's
They're
more
not
sad.
saying leg fracture.
So it's a break. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, people were they were jumping the gun. The guy hadn't even gotten seen yet by a doctor, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, this could be career threatening."
They're
This
losing.
and that. I mean, it
They're gonna
looked
cut his leg
ugly.
off.
Yeah,
People react, bro. People freak the fuck out, especially
Yeah,
like
that's what
on
it is.
Twitter.
it's overreaction city,
God,
baby.
bro, people snap out like the idiots that wanted Quinn fired. Like, calm the fuck down. Everyone loses their shit. I don't get it.
Still want him fired after a game like that? That was a nice game. Quinn was behind the bench, right? I think
whole-
Quinn was there. Was he
The whole
not?
squad was there.
The whole squad was there. I mean, even that game. What was it? The first game back. I think Knobloch was still on the.
Yeah, he was on the bench.
Yeah, there was like a little transition. Like they wanted to have both coaches on
Yeah,
at the same time.
fucking Quinn was talking to Knobloch all fucking day. You know?
Who's coaching Hartford when Knobloch was here? His assistant, I guess.
Yeah, the fucking guy who mops the fucking floors. I don't know, the Zamboni guy.
Doesn't even matter. Give him a shot. Get him behind the bench.
My guy Keith Yandel, 900 straight games played. Pretty sick.
Wow,
Crazy. He's gonna get to 1,000.
that's crazy.
The record is 964. So hopefully, knock on wood, next year he's there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy, huh? Fucking insane.
Well, they look like they can make a deep run too. This,
They lost Egblad. Hopefully they fucking bounce back. Also, they waived Strawman too, and Strawman was playing okay.
yeah. Oh man, I miss Stroman.
Your boy from Philly got waived too. What's his name?
Oh, Ghost Bear,
Yeah,
Gostas Bear, whatever the hell is him. Which is
Their
crazy
defense is
because
terrific.
it was so like it feels like it was just yesterday. I know it was like maybe 4 years ago, right? Like that he like broke on the scene 4 or 5 years ago. Is it that long ago? He was supposed to be their future,
Yeah,
right? And now we're talking about the waiving him. He was good too. Like his rookie year, he came out the gates running. All it was like offensive defenseman,
Mhm.
The future, this and that. And I guess he's just had a bad run of it this year. What's his
Also,
stat line?
Guess who's playing well in Toronto?
Who's that?
Alex Galchenyuk.
That's your boy. This
Yo,
is
he's
guy.
playing,
So
playing with Tavares and Nylander, bro.
this fucking guy, James, bro. You have been like
Me.
since
Yeah.
you. That's all I ever. Yo, they got to get Galley. They got to know what they're doing.
Dude,
Nobody's
$1 million,
scooping him up yet.
bro.
Someone's
Come
gonna
on.
get him all off season. That's all you talked about.
I know, $1 million. Like anyone should take a fucking flyer on him. That's crazy to me. And my guy Kyle
It's weird,
Dubas,
though.
legit the best fucking GM in the game, in my opinion. Handsome devil.
It's weird, bro, because he couldn't stick with any team that he got signed with, right? I mean,
Bro, he was bouncing around like crazy. Got traded to Minnesota. He got
there's
traded.
got to be a reason for that, right?
I mean, listen, bro. Sometimes it's got to be mad hard to like. If you're playing 40 games here, 17 games there, it's got to be brutal to fucking find your rhythm.
yeah.
I mean, he can't just be horrendous all of a sudden. I can't spell this guy's last name. It's fucking brutal.
Galchenyuk.
No, not Galchenyuk. Goss.
Oh, Ghost Bear.
Oh my god, it's so tough. Where's
It
hockey?
doesn't even pop up.
Fuck you. Man.
GHOST.
Oh, I got it.
I think ESBA, something like
The
that.
problem is, it's my own fault, and I deserve the blame. Is
Yeah.
I have this stupid fucking search engine called what's it? Microsoft Edge.
Why do you
It
use
uses
that?
Bing. It doesn't use Google fucking Chrome because it's a Microsoft product, right? And now, because I went so far and I'm so deep into it now, it's like the mafia with Bing. I have all my passwords saved. I got all this shit saved. So I don't want to go to Chrome and change everything. So like Bing is a fucking not anywhere near as close as Google is as a search engine. It's not even.
Yeah, no. Does anybody use anything else? Like you said, I guess it's you and my 85-year-old grandmother that use Bing. That's it. That's
It's
about
an
it.
absolute disaster, this fucking shit. So this year, Gostisbehere has 11 points in 25 games. He's only a -1, so if that means anything.
AKA the most useless stat in hockey.
Yeah. Last year, he struggled for 12 points in 42 games, 37 points in 78 games. I don't even, what do they want it to be?
What was his rookie season? Because that's the one I remember. What did he?
64 games, he had 46 points.
Yeah, that's why everybody started like losing their minds.
Oh, and then the next one, 17-18, he had 65 points in 78 games. That's good.
Wow.
Then a big drop off the next year, 37 and 78.
So you think somebody's going to scoop him up? Someone's going to take him, right?
You're getting $4.5 million. I don't know.
$4.5 million.
People are broke. Like there's teams that are broke. So
yeah, that's tough. That's kind of
anyway, boys. Keep your eyes on Galchenyuk. I love that guy. $1 million. I mean, dude, he can play center, he can play any wing position, and might be able. If he gets good, if he gets like a good line, maybe he's not completely fucking worthless.
Yeah, I remember losing my mind because you kept telling me Gally. He gets signed for $1 million, and we take Jack Johnson. That's why.
I mean, we don't really need another forward, but like,
that's the kind of stuff that
Jack Johnson's horrendous. I mean, that was fucking wild to me. He's someone's nephew or something. Something's going on there.
That's it. That's all I got, baby.
All right. Well, then that's the show, guys. Do us a favor. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, rate us and review us there. Share it with your friends. That's the best possible thing you could do. And also follow Tammy's Breadbasket on Twitter. It's at ABBPod.
The Twitter stuff is good. The content is nice.
Yeah, we bring it. We sling it. Follow George at Yorgaki. Horrendous name. Follow me at E Tacos. It's just a hard name. Like no one knows how to spell it.
Let's see who we got next. We got we're playing our friends the Buffalo Sabres Thursday. You want to pod after that, maybe?
I'm fine. If you're up to it, I'm down.
Let's see how it goes. Let's see how the week goes. These guys are on an 18-game losing streak, right? They like blew a 3-0 lead the other night.
Philly, yeah, they were 3-0 on Philly and going into the third, and they had lost them.
Dude, they going into the last 5 or 10 minutes, I think we were up.
I don't know what it was, but yeah, they fucked up.
Oh my god! All right, that's all I got.
Just and honestly, I think I could turn that ship around. If they named me fucking GM of Buffalo, I could turn that ship around. Because there's a lot of players in this league that are not being used. Galchenyuk being one of them. Kyle Dubas is smart enough to use him. Gusev, Nikita Gusev, he's getting scratched, and the Devils stink anyway. Like, unreal to me. Like, and Gusev's coming up being a free agent. He's like 28, 29. He did work last year, and he's just like...
You heard it here. You heard it here, folks. James Kondakis was willing to take the Buffalo job for no money.
No money. I would do no money. Give me whatever money I'm under the cap. Give me that.
Oh, you want to like kind of like an incentive base?
Yeah, so I'll keep it at 80 fucking mil, even with fucking Skinner, that rat. And I won't hire a coach unless the coach plays Skinner in the top 6.
There you go.
Like there's no choice.
And his last job wasn't with a professional soccer team.
Yeah, that would also be prudent, I feel like, in terms of looking.
Bro, their record right now is 6-23-5.
It's bad. Not good.
23. It's not even 6-23-5. It's 6-28. That's what their record is, if you want to think about it in that sense.
That's so bad.
We got them back to back. We got them Thursday and Saturday. So let's go on a run, baby.
We're gonna lose 2 straight.
Let's go on a run.
They got Taylor Hall that they're probably shipping too. Also, the Islanders need to trade for Mike Hoffman. They're fucking crazy if they don't do it. He's only $4 million cap hit. They have the money because Andersley's hurt. If this guy Lou Lamoriello, who's the fucking wizard of the fucking West or whatever, everyone says Lou Lamoriello. Don't say his name. He's like fucking Dumbledore or whatever the guy's name is. What's the guy's name? The bad guy. Voldemort. You can't say Lou Lamoriello. If he's got any fucking scruples left, he's got to scoop up a scoring winger so this fucking Jamoke team, the Islanders, have any chance of fucking making it in the playoffs because they're not offensive.
I'd rather they didn't because I don't want to watch them raise the cup while we're still rebuilding. I'd rather that didn't happen, so I don't care. I don't really want them to do that. I just don't want to be the one team. I don't want to be the team that this Buffalo team snaps their losing streak.
There's going to
over.
be a team, I'm assuming, unless they
There's going to be a team sometime soon, and we're
I hope
playing
it's
the
Boston.
back to back. The odds are one of those games we're going to lose.
I know. Fuck.
So,
That's the show, guys.
If we win Thursday, let's pod before we get into a bad mood.
All right, bye. Yeah, that's the
All
thing.
right,
You'll see there's a pod. If we win on Thursday, there'll be a pod. If we lose on Thursday, the Buffalo Sabres, there's definitely probably not.
Just go on Twitter to see Demetrius ranting. That's it.
Yeah, I'm going to be fucking losing it. All right.
All
That's
right.
the show. Check us out, guys. I appreciate it. I love you, George.
Peace. Love you, brother.